Hey friends, Kevin here, and I wanted to share my experiences using these Crest Whitestrips. Now, I have about every bad habit a person could have that will cause teeth staining, which is why I end up using these about once a year. So let me give you some tips on these. You're going to have an upper and a lower, and the upper is going to be wider than the lower. Generally, to even out the whitening, I will switch those around sometimes. So about 1 out of every 3, I will go ahead and I will use the one marked upper on the bottom, and I will use the one marked lower on the top, or kind of to one side or to the other side. This just seems to do better for me overall, just evening out the whitening effect. Secondly, I'm not trying to gleam like a movie star. I'm not trying to blind people. So a lot of times, in fact most of the time, I do not end up going and using a complete box of these. Somewhere between about half and 3/4 of the box usually takes me to the shade that I want to get to, that I think that looks good, that I think that looks natural. Of course, everyone is going to be different. Your mileage may vary. It is okay if you skip a day here and there in between while you're doing these, but your best results are going to be if you can be pretty consistent with these. And generally, when I go through a round of these, I start to notice a difference around day 5, day 6. And that seems to accelerate for me up until day 10, day 15, and at that point I am perfectly happy, perfectly content with the results that I have achieved. So if you're thinking about doing this, and maybe you're getting a little age like me, maybe you just have some of those same habits, coffee, tea, whatever, those bad habits that can kind of stain teeth over time, you won't be disappointed, I don't think, in giving these a try. And like I said, be consistent with it. I think you'll be happy with the results. I know I have, which is why I keep going back to this brand, to the Crest stuff, like I said, about once a year, and I've been doing that for about a decade now. I'm well pleased with it.